Hi guys, and welcome back to another lesson in measurement. Today we're going to continue on with area, looking at surface area. So we're first going to start by looking at a couple of shapes, going through a few of the rules. This is the first of two area lessons, or surface area lessons. Today will mostly be cubes, rectangles, and then kind of shapes that don't have a specific rule, like a triangular prism or a triangular pyramid. So, to find the area of a cube, we know that all lengths are equal in length. Let's see if I can get my thing to work. Nope. So we know that all equal in length in a cube. Now, to find the area of one of the sides, we go length times length, or length squared. Now, there are 6 sides on a cube, so we're going to multiply that by 6. So a general rule for finding the surface area of the cube equals the total surface area equals 6L squared, so 6 times length squared. Let's do an example. So we can see here that the length is 8 centimeters. So we go total surface area equals, well, we know it's 6 times length squared, so 6 times 8 squared, which gives us 6 times 64, which gives us a total surface area of 384 centimeters, and I've missed off the little square there. Now that's really, really important. We're doing area, so do not forget to include your units squared. So the surface area of a rectangular prism. So if we just forget this rule for a few minutes and we look just at our rectangular prism, we can see here that this front face and the rear face will be the same dimensions. This side panel here and the one over this side will be the same dimensions as well, the same area. And this one at the top will be the same as the bottom. So we've got 2 of each. So when we look at our rule for surface area of a rectangular prism, if we look at everything in the brackets, so length times width, well, length times width gives us this bottom bit. Length times height, so length times height gives us this front face. And width times height, so width times height gives us this side face here. And we know we have 2 of each of those, so we're going to multiply it by 2. So our rule to find the total surface area of a rectangular prism is 2 L times W plus L times H plus W times H. So 2 length times width plus length times height plus width plus height. Width times height, sorry. Okay, so let's do another example. So let's find the surface area of this shape here. So we're using this rule 2 L times W plus L times H plus W times H. So if we substitute our values in, we get 2, and we've got our length, which is this front bit, times our width, which is here, so 8 times 6. Then length times height gives us 8 times 5, and then 5 times 6, which gives us this side bit. So as you can see, we've got each length multiplied by the other at least once. Okay, and then we're going to multiply that all by 2. So we end up with 2 and 48 plus 40 plus 30, which gives us 2 times 118, which gives us a total surface area of 236 centimeters squared. Okay, let's look at this triangular prism. Now, it's really important when it comes to things like triangular prisms, pyramids, things like that, we need to be sure that we read the diagram correctly. So when we look at this one here, it would be easy to think that these 2 side panels, the ones going almost down on a slope, are the same dimensions, but they're not. One is 3 times 11 and the other is 3 times 10. So you need to be really careful when working out the surface area of some of these shapes that are not regular shapes, just to ensure that you are getting the correct measurements. So in this case, we need to work out each panel. Now, the only face that is repeated anywhere are these end panels. So we can multiply that by 2, but other than that, we have to work out these 3 surrounding faces individually. So we'll start with area 1, which I'm going to call our front and rear face. So we've got 6 times 8 divided by 2, which is the area of a triangle. And I've just multiplied it by 2 because there's the 2 triangles at either end, or one at either end. So what we end up with is 48 centimetres squared. Then I'm going to go area 2, which is this side panel on the right, which is 3 times 11, which gives us an area of 33 centimetres squared. Area 3, which is this other side panel, which is 3 times 10, gives us an area of 30 centimetres squared. Then we have area number 4, which is this bottom face, which is 6 times 3, and gives us an area of 18 centimetres squared. So now we've calculated the area of all 5 faces, so we need to add them all together. Now we only have 4 areas because don't forget that we have 2 faces here. So total surface area will equal 48 plus 33 plus 30 plus 18, which gives us a total surface area of 129 centimetres squared. So this is the same for, like I said, for any shape that's perhaps not a regular cube, rectangular prism, cylinder, cone, a sphere, that we can have different varying lengths. We have to be really careful about what rules that we use. In the next little lesson, we're going to learn about cylinders and how to calculate the surface area for that. Remember, if you have any questions, make sure you ask. Otherwise, we will see you all in the next lesson. Thanks, guys.